All right, we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Merriman?
Here.
Mr. Mattern?
Here.
Dr. Scarpone?
Present.
Fiscal Officer Ms. Morrison? Present. Solicitor Mr. Lynn?
Present.
Mayor Mike Ricciella?
Present.
Administrator Mr. Kasegi?
Present.
Mr. DeStefano?
Here.
Mr. Spence?
Here.
Mrs. Dameron? Absent.
Will everyone please stand for a moment of silence in the pledge? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council, we would need a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting, March 6, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yeah.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Is there anyone wishing to appear before council this evening? All right, we will move on to our ordinances and resolutions. I will turn it over to our solicitor.
Our first ordinance is ordinance number 2025-4, excuse me. An ordinance authorizing the village administrator to dispose of personal property of the village of Wintersville, Ohio, to wit, a 1998 GMC 3500 bucket truck, VIN number 1GDKC34JWF 050738, a 2010 S30 plow truck, VIN number 1HTWAARIAJ275076, a 2011 Toyota Camry, VIN number 4T1BK3EK9BU617676, a 2011 Crown Victoria, VIN number 2FABP7BV8BX121858, and a 2006 Ford Crown Victoria, VIN number 2FAHP71W26X153358. This is a second read. Next is ordinance number 2025-5, an ordinance amending the Village of Wintersville Rules of Council, specifically Rule 5, standing committees, and requiring all committees to meet at least once per year. This is a second read. Next is ordinance number 2025-06, an ordinance amending the Village of Wintersville Rules of Council, specifically Rule 6, Order of Business for council meetings, by removing number 10, transfers, from the order of business. And next is Village of Wintersville Resolution number 2025-07, a resolution stating the Village of Wintersville by and through its village council hereby recognizes and commends the achievements and hard work of the Indian Creek High School girls basketball team and their coach, Steve Eft. And if you want to pass that.
You want to make a motion to suspend the rules on that one?
I think, yeah.
I make a motion to suspend the rules on Resolution 2025-07.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay. Make a motion to accept Resolution 2025-07.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
And next is ordinance number 2025-08, an ordinance accepting the final plat and confirming the dedication to the use of the public school street and declaring an emergency.
Need a motion to suspend rules on 2025-08.
Yes, we would.
I'll put forth that motion.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano? Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Need a motion to approve it now?
Yes, we do.
Motion to approve ordinance 2025-08.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Madden?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. Stefano? Mr. Spence?
Yay.
While we're still under our ordinances and resolutions, again, we have guests here tonight. We want to welcome the Indian Creek girls basketball team. Great season, ladies and coach. Again, resolution number 2025-07 is recognizing the Indian Creek girls basketball team and their coach, Steve Eft. Whereas the Village Council wishes to recognize and commend the achievements, hard work of the Indian Creek girls basketball team and their coach, Steve Eft. And whereas the 2024-2025 basketball season, the team attained a record of 16 wins and 10 losses, won the Buckeye 8 championship, won the OVAC 4A conference championship for the third consecutive year, and won the Division IV Eastern District championship. And council also wishes to congratulate the achievements of Coach Steve F. for being named Eastern District Co-Coach of the Year and thank him for all his hard work and dedication. Congratulations, team. We thank you guys for being here tonight. And Coach, I will present this to you now. All right, that is the last of our ordinances and resolutions. Moving on to our announcements. The Steel Valley Antique Car Club will be having a car show May 18th, 2025 at the Indian Creek High School from 2 to 6. What else do we get? The Village of Wintersville, the 2025 Summer Parks Program will start on June 23rd and run through August 1st, Monday through Friday. That's at Walnut Street Park from 9 to 1 p.m. Ages 5 through 13. Anyone under the age of 5 must be accompanied by a parent. You can register here at the Village Building or the first day down at the park. Council, you'll see in your packets the 2025 Spring Bulk Pickup. It's the first 4 Mondays in June as normal, and we do have the list of what day everyone's being picked up according to their trash route. Next, we want to invite council, I believe, Monday, the March 31st. It is Deb's last day. She's going to be retiring after 30 years of service, so we thank Deb very much. We're going to have a little pizza luncheon for her, and if anybody wants to come see her on her last day, we wish her the best in her retirement and thank her for everything she's done for the village for 30 years.
What time is that?
Noon, sorry. Noon on, I think it's a Monday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, noon Monday, March 31st. On to reports and communications, Mr. Lockhart.
Thank you, Mayor. Robert Lockhart, your representative to Steel Valley Regional Transit Authority. I attended a meeting today, just tonight, and the main thing is overall, the first item was Sue Hogue was the past president of the organization. She served 21 years with Steel Valley, representing the actual increase of the service from its initial stages to what it is today. She did an outstanding job. So they had a plaque in her honor, and she was well received, and she's well received by the community, and she's going to retire and take it easy for a while. Next, as far as first item was mentioned before, Cross Creek Township. There was a consideration for bus service being provided to that community, and it's been delayed for a period of time, but most recently, the representative of the local community, Cross Creek, and Jim Emmerling they got together and discussed the matter, and they have decided not to accept any type of further consideration for bus service to that community. There was one individual out there that really was the only one that showed an interest, but we were able to evaluate his situation, and we are going to provide him with transit system out to his community so that he can get to medical doctors. So that's a benefit of Steel Valley. So I'm glad that occurred and that happened. Overall ridership for the month of February was down 13.8%. Basically, it was attributed to the weather condition that overall the expenses for operation during the same period of time was also less than it was the previous month. It will be increased, I'm sure, in the future, and the overall financial position of Steel Valley Transit is very good. Pending grants are on the way to be provided to the service, to the federal government and through Ohio Department of Transportation. The 5 buses that are being purchased for the year are in the process now of being retrofitted and hope to be provided to our service here sometime in the latter part of the year. The other street location that's across the street from the mobile center, that has gone through a series of grant-supported endeavors, and has been determined now that the land in itself is being designated as cleared for the future, and that will be the consideration of development by Steel Valley in the future with regard to whatever the government exhibits with regard to either electric buses or some other form of motor transportation that will be developed later. As far as the ridership in Wintersville was down 9.6%, again attributed to the weather. And the bus service to Robinson Township also showed a minus 11.7 decrease, again attributed to the weather. And I think there'd be no problems in the future. The only other thing is the electronic fare boxes that are going to be installed in each of the new buses. The project is being developed, and in the near future, this will be provided to the bus service. I think overall, the only other thing is that just at the beginning of the meeting, there was an individual from the university that the College of St. Joseph attributed to, associated with Franciscan. And there's a program up there now, undergraduate program, liberal arts, where individuals can, this year I think there's 30 students involved, and not only going to go through the academic part of a program, but also they'll be involved in the areas of learning how to develop skills in the construction area covering plumbing, wiring, and carpentry, and building. This individual presented a consideration to our board with regard to providing new excuse me, I got a cold, new bus stop locations throughout the city. And they indicate that this would be something they would provide in connection with the students doing the completion of the work, and build these bus stop locations attributed to the area of where they're going to be located and meet the area atmosphere. And I think there's a possibility it was brought to our attention, presented to us, and down the road in the future, maybe thoughtful consideration for the bus service. Is there anything else, any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lockhart.
Thank you, Mr. Lockhart. Charlene?
Good evening, Mayor and all council members. Like Bob just said, we kind of, last month, due to the weather, we were down, and even in going to Robertson, and even around the areas of Wintersville and Steubenville with ridership. But anyway, as Bob said, Cross Creek Township no longer interested in services. That has been dismissed. Adam Street Properties level of study report is being submitted. No soil removal at this time. Bus wash, we sent rejection letters to the two companies that we didn't decide on. They were like 50-50, like, in a way they were shocked, but they told Tim, transit manager, that they understood when Tim explained to them why their services were rejected. Fuel Master Repairs, Jeff Robertson is the fuel tech. Repairs are on his list, but he hasn't got to any of them yet. Transit Development Plan, Board Plan Steps 1 through 6 have been in session, but Step 7 will cost up to $5,000 or so, and it's not covered by ODOT. Transit Service will have to pay that itself. Step 7 will consist of public workshop, other community events, summary reports, etc. Go Bus. This company is backed up by Greyhound. We're waiting to have set up meetings with them. The purpose of this is for more jobs for this area going up through the Pittsburgh area. So we're waiting for more information on it. So that's all I have at this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Charlene.
Thank you.
Moving on to the mayor's report. Council, if you remember, I think last year, Jesse and I talked to you guys about all the parcels that we own. And we spoke to Shaheen Law Group out of St. Clairsville about looking into, possibly doing oil and gas leasing. There was nothing really available, no interest. About a month ago, Jesse and I were approached by Ascent Energy. They are now interested in leasing some of our land. So Michael Shaheen has now been negotiating with them. So we will get back to you with some numbers as negotiations keep going with all of our parcels, bringing some extra revenue into the village. Just wanted to make you guys aware of that. Like I said, I know it started about a year ago. We had no interest, and I'd say a month ago, Ascent approached Jesse and I about leasing land. So we will keep you posted as that moves forward. You'll see in your packets image of a recycled picnic table. Jesse's going to be applying for the JB Green Team grant. We're going to apply for 3 of these and put 2 down at the dog park and then 1 over at Walnut Park, as that old picnic table was junk and broken. We just had to throw it away. So Jesse's going to be applying for these here, I think, soon. The application's due.
Yes, April 1st.
Next, just want to shine a little light. We did get a nice thank you letter. Doesn't really happen too often. But we did get a nice thank you letter to one of our police officers. This was given to Chief Vanderborn for Lieutenant Gijic. And the lady wrote, "Thank you so much for helping me on Sunday 2/9 when my dad went missing. He has dementia. I saw you sitting by Napa and stopped to talk to you. You immediately made a call. You gave me your business card and gave me advice. Stoneville City, Mike Harris was a huge help as well. My dad came back home 6 hours later and still won't say where he went. I'm sure he doesn't know. We are blessed to know we have a GPS tracker on his car. Please show this to your boss so he knows how great of a police officer and a human you are. God bless and keep safe. Thank you." So just wanted to read that, show you guys a nice little thing she gave to Gijic, helping out a gentleman with the family, finding a gentleman with dementia. Also, we had a very interesting call that's been coming in. Our police have been very busy with some random calls, and the public doesn't really get to see what they have to go through on a day-to-day basis like I do. So I want to bring up one of the call records that we just had recently. Officer Hashberger, Lieutenant Gijic responded to a gentleman on Church Street Apartments. He was standing on the balcony of the 2nd floor. He stated to the officers they were going to have to kill him. He was not going back to prison. As he began to lunge towards the balcony railing, he was tased. As he was taken to the ground, he was placed in handcuffs. He immediately mentioned that he's had heart problems, so he was transported to Trinity Hospital, where Officer Hashberger stayed with him until Officer McGinnis went there until he was released. Upon his release, he turned and lunged with both hands and grabbed McGinnis's firearm. As Officer McGinnis did everything correctly and by the book, he was able to make sure that this gentleman did not retrieve his firearm. He did pull him away. He was into the nurse station in the hospital. They offered him to get on the ground and told him to get on the ground. He would not listen. He was tased again in the hospital, and we want to recognize the help of Stoneville Police Officer Jake Boney, who was there on a Stoneville matter, who helped Officer McGinnis arrest the gentleman again in the hospital at Trinity in the nursing station. So we want to thank him. We want to thank Wintersville Fire and Rescue. They were a big help in this. Want to thank Chief Vanderborn. He came out and worked the road. Captain Fabian and Lieutenant Gijic had to go back to the hospital to make sure that somebody was with the officer while McGinnis got an x-ray to make sure he was okay. But I want to bring that to everyone's attention because, again, I don't think everyone sees what our guys do on a day-to-day basis or what they have to go through. It was a long, long day for everybody that was involved that day. So just want to thank our officers and everything they do that people don't see ever behind the scenes. So thank you guys very much. As it of my report, I will turn it over to our administrator for his report.
Thank you, Mayor. All right, today we met with a company we're going to rent their crack sealing machine for crack sealing throughout Main Street. We're going to start with Main Street here in the next month or so and then move on. The company's out of Akron. We rented them a couple years ago. They just got bought out by another company. So how this works is we buy the product and we get the machine for free. So we can have it for as long as we need, and we have some roads that need crack sealed. So the gentleman actually walked in my office this morning when I was talking to Austin. We were just talking about some things with the street, and he walked in at the right time. There's also a different type of machine that we could use for wider cracks, divots, holes, and stuff. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think we're going to utilize it, try it out. So he's going to get a price in a couple days for me and send it in, and we're going to get rolling with that. Potholes are getting filled as the days go on. I actually had a meeting today with one of ODOT's managers, and he told me that this week they were going to possibly start making hot patch, but hopefully next week for sure, because they're waiting as well. So we'll be starting that soon. Earlier this week, I met with ODOT and Quicksall up in New Philly. Had a meeting regarding our water line resurfacing project for Caddis Road. May 8th is going to be the award date, so we're going to find out if we're going to have the green light to proceed with this. Right now, I talked to a business on Caddis Road this morning, Grit Gear, who happened to stop in my office, told them what was going on because they would be affected by this because they're on Caddis Road. Told them how everything was going. We're getting letters of support from local, county, and state officials. The mayor has contacted Senator Chavez and Representative Ferguson. I've done the same. I've got response from Senator Chavez's office. I talked to Commissioner Morelli yesterday. I'm going to also get a letter of support from Cross Creek Township trustees. This is a big deal. It's a $1.9 million project, and we need it. This will be a water line from the intersection of Caddis Road by Dunkin' Donuts, heading west all the way through town to Park Drive. So we're down to the wire. We've done everything that we can. We've upped our match. Talking with ODOT, gentleman's name's Fred Vogel. He's looking into some funding for us as well. So I'll know something by May 8th on this. Regarding the water meters, I had 40 people, and I've had 40 residents out of 1,855 services that have not responded, have not called in. Apparently, they don't look at social media or a TV. Nobody's contacted about getting their meter changed. So per ordinance, I sent out 40 certified letters. I have 3 weeks for them to respond. Some of them have been responding, which is good. The ones that have not responded, I will have the authority then to go with the water department and shut their water off. So what we're going to do after the 25th of March, which will be 3 weeks, we will, if they don't respond, we're going to start shutting water off, and then we will wait for them to call back, as we do this past week on water shut-offs. We'll shut them off, and when they call back, we'll then tell them we're going to have to come in, change the meter, swap the new meter in for the old, take the old out. They'll pay their reconnection fee of $50, and then we'll move on to the next, and it's over. 15 minutes, no more than 15 minutes at your house. It's pretty simple. One thing, when we had our last meeting, talked about the water software. Right after our special meeting we had, I contacted the owner of Ohio Software, told him what was happening. I said, I'm going to give you a few days and we're going to decide. I talked to him that night, told him what was going on. I sent him an email today. I said, after this council meeting, I says, I will have a decision made. And my decision is that we're going to move forward with MuniLink, and I'm going to sign the agreement tonight. Nothing personal. When I talked to the owner, I asked, I says, how long do you think you're going to be in business for until you retire or whatever? He said, 5 years. Well, 5 years is going to come quick, and we need long term. We need a web-based program. It's the way of business. It's the best thing to do. It's nothing personal. So I will make that call tomorrow. I'll sign the agreement tonight, and we'll move forward. And I've been in contact with MuniLink as well throughout this past week or so. As I told a couple people, we adjusted our sanitation routes for Wednesday and Friday. Your garbage may be a little bit later on Wednesday and Friday because we went from 2 trucks on Wednesday and Friday to 1 truck 5 days a week. We're saving money. We're saving money on not running another truck, a driver, and two laborers, or two slingers is what we call them, that get the garbage. We're saving money already, so that's working out pretty well. And Austin has some of the guys going out to different subdivisions and gathering some trash, kind of help them out. It's working very well. It's saving time, it's saving money, and you will see that in the budget. And also, like I said, we're saving on fuel and whatnot. So Wednesday and Friday, if you think that your garbage is not going to get picked up, it will. It just may be a little bit later. That's all I have right now. If anybody's got any questions. And also, thanks to Austin and Eric Hashberger. We got caught out for a tree down on Meadow Road the other day. We went out. Eric helped us move it off the road. We got it out of the way. We are going to pick it up. Even though the tree doesn't really belong to us, it came in a road. We knocked it out of the way. We're going to cut it up and get it out of there. That way it's over with. It was a pretty big tree, but we had it moved in about 20 minutes. So thank you for that. So that's all I have.
I made one call to you this afternoon about Blessed Sacrament Church.
Yes, that was taken care of.
I think you said Teddy up there?
Teddy sent Kenny up there. He changed that meter. There's a total of 4 meters that we got to change, but we did change that meter out.
I got a call back half hour later. They were happy.
Good.
The quick turnaround was great.
Awesome. Good. Thank you.
How long until we hear on the picnic tables for the parks?
I just got a response. I haven't read my email, but I got a notification when I was coming to this meeting that they're going to give us a quote. She was real quick on it.
You can add one more for the gazebo down there. No, Winters Drive. We need one there.
So you want 4?
Yeah, because that one bench from a couple
It'll
years ago.
cost us out of pocket.
Yeah, we
Just,
can.
Yeah,
telling,
yeah,
as long as
it's
you're
fine.
okay with that, yep. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because like a lot of people don't use the gazebo.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that.
All right. Thank you, Jesse. Moving on to unfinished business. All right. Moving on to new business.
When is the water going to be turned on to the dog park?
April 1st, all water at all the parks will be turned on. As long as the weather doesn't drop back down.
I got a couple things. First off, congratulations to Deb. Anytime I've had to call on in and deal with Deb, she was right on it right away. She's going to be sorely missed, but I'm sure we'll find somebody to smooth transition, but it's going to be difficult. Deb was a valuable employee and got anything I needed at any point. Congratulations on Sean Jezik. Mayor Petrella's right. Too often we don't hear all the positive aspects of what our employees do here. And it's very reassuring that we have the right group. We know we have the right group of employees here, but it's always great to hear that positive feedback from community members or someone from outside of community. It's very encouraging to hear. Second thing, congratulations, ladies, on a wonderful season. It was very nice to see, listen, and hear you guys develop and progress throughout the year, and you hit it at the right time. The only word of advice I had, a guy told me moons ago, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard, okay? Just that works on the basketball court, and it works in life as well. So hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. Just remember that as you move forward. Jesse, thanks on that tree. The way that tree fell across Meadow Road Garden right there, even though there is 2 ways into that neighborhood, if there would have been an emergency at that time, you're not going to see it when you pull on in there, and the emergency vehicle may have had to pull out and prolong. But I called Jesse, and he was already there. I came on in, and there was I was able to see it pull around, and I called Jesse right away. He goes, I'm on it. He didn't say hi, hello. He goes, I'm on it. And he was right there when I came up around. So that's the response we have within the village. Thank you very much on that, Jesse. one last thing. Through the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, there used to be a grants available for recreational activities. And I remember getting a grant through them 16 years ago for some playground equipment. And within that grant, you were able to get some picnic tables and some other things. That may be an opportunity. I'll see if I could Google up, but it was the Nature Works grant. It was called the Nature Works grant. I am positive that would have fell underneath the program several years ago, but it wasn't really that hard. If I did the grant, it wouldn't have been that hard to do. But it was maybe an opportunity we could look at to get the picnic table down at the gazebo or some other equipment or assets for the village. That would be up. Jesse, thanks again. Appreciate it.
I got one, there was a guy approached me today, buddy says, that when you turn into Burger King on Woodridge, if they could have that center line marker out a little bit further. Said people were kind of cutting short. And people do run that stop sign all the time. Said if you put a cop there, make $1 million.
I could leave a cop at the car wash too.
And he said, that's how I was just told today.
Got it. Anybody else for new business?
Next month, we should have in our packets the council rules for 2025. Tammy sent me the newest list. I went up and revised them. We had to wait for the last couple of ordinances to go into effect, so we'll have that in our next packet, next month.
Anybody else? No, Mr. Spence, am I allowed another ream of paper? I had to put it in Jesse's printer earlier. I meant to ask you.
Run it by the
Print
finance
Jake's.
committee first.
I will. Down to no paper again. Want
At
to check
least you
with
have
on that.
ink.
I do have ink at the
You can
moment,
always
yes.
use the other side.
Yes.
The other
Ink.
side's good.
Yeah, just wanted to check
It's empty.
on that. All right, nobody got anything else? We need a motion to pay the bills.
I got one on there. So this Paul Associates property insurance, $97,000. How many buildings is on that?
How many buildings?
Yeah, because for property insurance.
It's whatever's on our 72 properties.
So you insure even just land?
Land
You
in
have
it,
to.
You
yeah.
have to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our yearly policy, yeah.
And then AT&T long distance, if you got that removed, because we shouldn't have to pay that, it's $50,832.
That's been removed, and we've signed a temporary contract it went down to like $150 a month.
But it's removed, but it's on our bills this month for $4,236.61.
I don't believe that.
It's right here.
Where, point it out.
That bill-
It was still part of the budget.
Yeah, this bill was in the mail after, while you guys were all in
Previous, before you
contact.
changed it?
Yes.
Okay, so it's really only $150.
Yes.
All right.
That's
Thank you.
that won't reflect what they just did.
All right.
192 is what it's going to go to.
All right.
I have a couple questions. Now, we're going to switch the water software, so we already paid the $2,720 for Ohio recently?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's,
We'll need him to stay on so we can get all our information to transfer over, we'll have the master copy, and then we'll be done.
okay. And then we have a bill here for Robinson Pipe Cleaning Company. Now, if I recall, they came down Stardust, Rex Avenue. That's when the driver pulled down a line and knocked out the power to the neighborhood, and he tore up the road, getting in and out of it because he was a new driver. So,
Teddy's talking to him, talking to the manager in Pittsburgh about getting some slag and fixing that up.
okay.
Yes.
So, who fixes the electric when that happens? Does
He
AT&T?
fixed it.
But I mean, they don't charge anybody.
Nope.
They can if they want to.
Yeah, it's taken care of.
Okay.
No charge to the village, and they didn't charge Robinson either, because Robinson was going to pay for it, and they're like, don't worry, it was taken care of, it was done.
Yeah, because that road's, I don't even think you can get down in there.
No.
Two-wheel drive right now.
No.
Okay. Motion to pay the bills?
So moved.
Mr. Merryman?
Yeah.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano? Mr. Spence?
Yay.
We'll just say I second that.
Second.
We need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. Stefano? Mr. Spence?
Yay.
This meeting is adjourned. Our next meeting is Thursday, April 3rd, 2025 at 7 PM. Thank you.
My bad.